What's going on, EDC people, and what is our journey today? Well, I want to talk about a specific knife. Actually, I want to talk about a specific knife and respond to an open tag from Tobias. So let's get started. All right. First of all, if you're not subscribed and you like the content I make, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 500, and then even 1,000 is my real big goal. That allows me to be able to do things like go live. That's really all I care about. It's not really anything to do with the number. I just want to be able to have the features that 1,000 subscribers give you. I don't mind if it stays at 1,000. That would be amazing. Anyways, I'm thrilled at the number I'm at as it is. I can't believe you guys are all interested in the same thing I am as it stands. But now that I do, and I see other channels and such, I want to grow a little bit. So if you don't mind, subscribe. Okay? Alright, now that that's done with. First thing we'll do is take a look at the knife that I wanted to show you guys. And I've shown it before, but I wanted to re-examine it because I'm really going back over knives that I did in the past that maybe I could do better at now that I've gained a little bit of knowledge. And I don't think I did them justice as it was to start with. Anyways, I'm starting with this one particular knife. It is the LionSteel, made in Italy. It's M390. LionSteel Bestman. I think that's what it's called, the Bestman. I think it's the 1 versus the 2, and the 2 is just that there's another blade. But this is the 1, there's a single blade, and it's carbon fiber and titanium bolsters with a single clip point blade of M390, and it's got it is a slip joint, of course. Take a look at the back. But I really want to, let me close the blade just so I don't get cut, because I already have a nice cut right now. If you follow my Instagram, which is EDC_journeys, you might have seen that I dropped the Ritter Hogue earlier yesterday when I was playing with the lock, and it hit my foot and it got me pretty good. So anyways, regardless, let me close that while we look at this. So we see that it actually has hardware that we can remove because these scales are removable. There is a titanium frame underneath of that, and you can see that right there. And actually, let me open it back up. It's got a pretty good spring. See the frame there? Or at least the liner, whatever. I'm not sure if it's whatever the right term is, but in other words, if you take those two screws out, it'll remove the carbon fiber, and I believe that is it. I haven't done it, and I'm not going to do it because this is a slip joint and I don't have any reason to disassemble it anyways. It is M390, as I said, and it's a clip point that, it's a modern day traditional pattern. It's a modern day nod to the traditional clip point, but it's done in a very, very, let me zoom in, let me give you a nice good look at it with that sun. Let's see here. It's a modern day version of a classic or traditional slip joint. I don't know if I have my ruler with me. I do. The blade, and I'm doing this at an angle and through the camera, is definitely shorter than 3 inches, but it's basically 3 inches, but it's on the you're safe of 3 inches aside, and it's all the way to the bolster. If I do the cutting edge, for those of you who care, It is about 2.0, I don't know, 7, 2.7, 2.8 inches. And it's just a really nice, it's, again, M390 Italy LionSteel. It's a very nice slip joint. It's something I would carry on a day that if I were going to a wedding or a funeral, a special event. Anything that, not a special event, I don't want to say a funeral is a special event, but anything that I would be dressing up for, essentially. However, being M390 and with the tension that, or let me zoom out, with the, what am I trying to say, Bob? Spit it out. With the backspring tension the way it is, it's firm enough that I would feel comfortable. Look at that sharpening choil, by the way. That is really nice, actually. It's got a beautiful grind. Look at this wedge on the clip. So anyways, yeah, so it's non-locking. I don't see a spot to put a lanyard, which is whatever. When I use this, right now anyways, I put this in a slip and carry it that way. You could easily throw this in your pocket if you wanted. I keep it in a slip just to protect it, because it's, in my eyes, one of my nicer knives. And on this, it's a slip joint side, which I consider slip joints / traditionals kind of a separate category from modern day folders. Really, it's still the same collecting enthusiasm, but it's a separate category, I guess, in my brain. And I often carry a slip joint with me as my secondary carry, or you could consider it my main carry in some days, because I could often get away with just using something like this, no problem, for my EDC chores for the day. And what is the handle at? Where did I shove that to? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, it is well chamfered, and I'll show you that in a second, but it's about 3.3, it's definitely a little over 3 3/4 of an inch when closed. 3 3/4. So, in hand, I'm going to reach under my tripod. Okay, so in hand, it goes across my palm pretty fully. It does, again, have a stiff opening. Listen or watch. I guess both. There is some nice audible sound when you get it just right when you open it, and maybe it'll make it. Maybe one of these times when I open it during this video, it'll do it. But take a look at. I know that I watched Nick Shabazz's review of this knife before I did my review, and that was, I think, a mistake I used to make, and I'm sure I will make many more to come. But I should not purposely look for other people's reviews, or look at other people's reviews purposely before I do a review of a knife, just because I think it tainted my perception of this knife slightly. He referred to it as like a Lego knife, and maybe he didn't say that it was himself, but I think he said those words at least, and it stuck in my head. And it did definitely strike me in that way. Like, the bolsters are definitely chamfered separately from the inlet, or the whatever you want to call this, the scale, I guess. It's a nice little line right there on the titanium bolster. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. So you can see, let me zoom in. Choink. I always make a noise. I don't know why, don't ask. Beautiful carbon fiber, by the way. But anyways, okay. So, you know what? I have something to do this even better than my little dirty finger. Okay. You see how I'm just going to move to the spring side. I was going to make the point on the other side, but right now we'll do it this way just because it's easier the way I'm holding it. You see how everything is chamfered or rounded? I mean everything. It's every layer is rounded and chamfered or crowned or however you want to word it. And it makes it look, and they do that all the way around the entire knife. And this is the way originally I was showing you. The same thing here. They do both of these separately, so you can see that not only is it raised slightly, and it's on both sides the same way. So it's definitely done purposely, and it doesn't bother me really. But ever since it was called out, it bugged me slightly. That it wasn't level on either side, but it wasn't. It's not designed to be either. So take a look. You know, it's meant to be this way, but it definitely looks slightly like a Lego knife. That term stuck in my head. So I don't know that that's negative or positive, but I'm over it. Let's just put it that way. And I'm at a point where I really like this knife. It's beautiful carbon fiber. Again, LionSteel made. It does have nice backing. Obviously, there's no gaps or anything. Let me open it up. Again, this is not an old, an old traditional. This is a very modern day version of a slip joint, of a clip point slip joint. And I just wanted to bring it back and show you because I think it's of good size, has great crowning on the spine, just like most Italian knives do, as Knife Center always points out. But it is true. They're always nicely crowned or chamfered, at least, but crowned in this case. With a nice swedge. This could easily do my day's work if I were honest. And the tension or the power. Watch, this is the close with a half stop. Okay, so you get it. I don't have to keep doing it. You know that sometimes you can get it just right and it makes a perfect noise where it's just right. I don't know. If you mess with, oops, I'm sorry about that. If you mess with slip joints and traditional knives, you probably know what I'm talking about. If not, well, whatever. Anyways, I think that it's a beautiful knife, and it is still going to be for special occasions at this point, but I just wanted to bring it back to you and reappreciate it with a finer eye, understanding why this is exposed and such, and getting past the fact that it's quote-unquote Lego-ish, and appreciating the actual beautiful carbon fiber in this case. And I know that it's there's other variants. I think it's micarta and maybe wood of some kind, I'm sure. I don't know if they even do G10, but they do other things. But this one's the carbon fiber variant of the single blade version, which I like. I like the fact that it's the single blade. I have enough knives with multi-blades. I like having a knife that's for one single, and it's just enough to give me a full grip if I really wanted to. And as I keep trying to explain, the support is there. It's a tough. I would trust. I feel safe using this, especially knowing that it's a slip joint and how to use it, and that if I keep my finger here on see how it's also chamfered and crowned all the way through, and then even do it here so you can see the defining point that I'm pointing to right now. But that's okay. It works perfectly in this instance. Do you see that line right there? If I know my thumb is on that, I know I'm pretty reassured that not only is the spring on my side, but my thumb is holding that spring in place. And if it really goes bad, there is a half stop. Okay? But it's M390 and titanium and beautiful carbon fiber, made in Italy. So that's that. I believe Tobias asked the last 5 knives that you purchased, and I can't remember if this is the correct order or not, and certainly, so I'm pretty sure this is the right 5 that I got, but I don't remember if it's what order they came in, and specifically, and they're in no particular order as I show you. I might recall as I explain them, but number 1 is, I believe, the most recent. Let me just readjust the camera, and it's the Ritter Hogue. As you probably saw if you followed the channel, it just is a brand new acquirement. Is that a word? And I like it a lot. So that's number 1, Ritter Hogue, or Hogue Ritter, whatever the correct way to say it is. Number 2, Delica 4 DLT exclusive in 20 CV, also 20 CV, by the way. The Delica I'm going to have a review on pretty soon, even though it's been reviewed to death. I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyways. The Civivi Riffle is number 3. Micarta, same thing. I know I've shown it off before a few times, and I don't even remember if I've done like an over review video. But I want to do a more another. If I have done a video on it, I want to do another more in-depth video, because I've definitely used it a lot lately, being 14C28N. Anyways, oh my god, I can't get this thing to cooperate with me. Okay, whatever. I don't care. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. A Boker Plus front flipper with a Japanese style Tanto blade. It's 440C, but it's legitimate 440C, and for all of my use, honestly, 440C is fine. And I'm on the side of people like Patty's Potato Peelers, where I say 440C is not the steel I want. It's not the super steel like 20CV or even 14C28N, honestly, but it's not terrible either. It's not, I consider it above 8CR personally. But anyways, it's a front flipper. It's very strange. I haven't done a review of it yet because I just haven't got it down yet. But that's number 4. And number 5, the final one, the Orion Solaris. Those are the last 5, I believe. And I looked them over, or I'm looking them over closely. I want you to subscribe to my channel. And have a great day, guys. And continue the open tag. What are the last 5 knives you got? Or if you haven't got 5, 3, 2, 1. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in to EDC Journeys. Hope you enjoyed the reflections on the LionSteel Bestman 1 and the reply to Tobias's open tag of 5 knives purchased, last 5 knives purchased. Have a great day.